I think the opening statement needs to be, I can't thank our administration and our athletic department for putting this game on. I mean, I don't think people realize what they've done. 2 weeks ago, after we played, and they came out and made a statement that says, we're gonna play a game here on the 25th. And you don't realize the things that go into it and what they've done, what the athletic administration did to prepare to get this stadium, to get this place ready. They were working 24 hours a day, and I just want to say I thank them for making that happen. As far as the game goes, it was good, great for the community. I thought we had a great crowd, fantastic. Weather was gorgeous, and they came out and really supported it. First half, tough first half for us where we were limited, we were down, but we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. We were right there, we made some plays, we missed a lot of plays, and then we just talked about it, and our guys came out in the second half. Defensively, we played incredible and got after it, and then the offense just turned it up.
Coach, it seemed like in the second half you started going back to your bread and butter, which is the run game. Just talk about the decision at halftime.
Well, I thought the D-line, we talked about it, the offensive line was handling their D-line pretty well, and that we knew could run. And I thought Julien was running. He has been practicing so well, and it has paid off, and he knows. We talked about I don't even know how many yards he had tonight. We knew he was going to have a big game. He just ran hard. He broke a lot of tackles, but we did control the line of scrimmage up front.
And defensively, y'all had some sacks, and especially on fourth down, how big was that to get off the field and with some good sacks from you?
Yeah, the fourth down sack, we got it to 50, just changed the game too, and gave us some even more momentum that we were building upon. And I thought our defensive line played really well. They got after it. Listen, that quarterback is tough. He is big. We kept hitting and hitting him. He kept going out and coming back, and I told him that after the game, all the respect in the world for him. What he did coming out there, he was big, he was strong, he was hard to tackle, and he just kept coming and coming back. But our guys really finally got to him at the end, and that made the difference.
Coach, just talk about some of the keys going into the game next week at conference opener, what it means to.
Well, I don't want to get too far ahead. I told the guys that we in the locker room, let's enjoy this one tonight. We got to do it. Everybody needs to be safe, and we'll get back to work next week. Again, the old coach talk. We're 0-0. The conference starts here. I'm glad we got a home game. We got a good Houston Baptist team. We got to go do a lot of film work and get after them, but we'll be ready to go next week.
I got to ask you, Coach. I think you tied the school record for most coaching wins with Coach. Obviously, everybody's thinking about him right now. Not being here. How significant is that for you?
Well, I really didn't even know that. I really don't pay attention to that. I just know Sonny Jackson was a great man, and the things he did for this university in time he was here. So even if down the road I'm mentioned in the same breath as him, that's quite an honor. So, but really didn't pay attention to that. We got to just go try to get the next one again next week.
Coach, let's talk about how big it is to be the head coach of this 50th anniversary football team, and just like anything else you've done, win in a home opener like this.
Well, I talk about it all the time. You don't take this job for granted. They don't give away head coaching jobs, and to think that Nicholls State University trusts me with this head coaching job says a lot about the university. And when you go back, all the great people who came through here, when you talk about all the head coaches that came, all the assistant coaches, I think, who have been through this program, and all the players, and there's so many of them who meant so many things to this program, and to be able to represent it, in this time of year for this 50th anniversary, we're going to try to do our best to have that winning season and make everybody remember it for a long time to come.
First of all, I just want to say, man, I'm happy to be back home. With this Hurricane Ida, appreciate everybody that came out and helped us and got us to where we are right now, back in our stadium, back in our lockers. I'm just happy to be back home, and I'm proud of the team that we got our first win in the season, and we're gonna keep going.
Dude, you seem to be running a little more freely, if that makes sense, than last season. Last season seemed like you were just pounding, but this year you're opening your stride up a little bit. Do you feel like more healthy than last year?
Feel good, healthy. Healthy as I've been since I've been here. Weight-wise, not too heavy. I did what I had to do over the summer to become better, and I wanted to show my team that what I can do, and that's what I did today.
How good was it, like you say, after the last 2 weeks, just to get some kind of momentum going into conference?
Like I said, we're back at home. Big crowd in front of the fans. They was there to support. The coach still came out with a good game plan versus the team, and we just had to keep going. I know we was a little beating ourselves up in the first half, but we had to come back out and keep punching, and that's what we did. And I'm happy that we came out with the win.
Did you get a little shock after the game?
Yeah, a little shock. I wasn't expecting her to be here, but it was. I was happy to see her. So.
Where was she? Was overseas? Or?
Overseas in Iraq. First in Iraq, Kuwait. Keep back and forth, but happy that she back home safe.
How many years was she? How many years was she overseas?
This is only 1 year.
Just 1 year?
Just 1 year.
Okay.
Any more?
Just real quick, set a record tonight with your 10th 100-yard game. You were tied with Dontrell. Just kind of talk about what that means for you.
First of all, I just give it up to the line. They played hard for 4 quarters, even though they was tired, but they kept punching. I just got the ball, did what I had to do, read my reads, run the ball hard, and I mean, damn, 10? Damn, that's crazy. I got more coming. That's all I gotta say.
You really made a name for yourself today with those 3 sacks. Just talk about being able to be the first one to be out there and just going after their quarterback and getting the chance to set the tone for the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, Coach really called a great game, put us in the right positions, and we just had faith in each other where, I mean, someone's going to come free in those games, and whoever gets to the ball, I think the whole defense did a very good job of getting to the ball today. So, I mean, all thanks to the teammates and coming here with our first time ever being in the new locker room and everything, the environment with our fans and everything. I mean, it just felt great.
Like a lot of Nicholls pass rushers, you're able to kind of make yourself skinny. You're a bigger guy, you're able to make yourself skinny and then impose your will on those quarterbacks and those running backs and stuff like that. Just talk about the small things that you do to, make yourself available to get players.
Yeah, I think the big thing today was, my position coach, Coach Lovins, told me just play fast with confidence, and I really just took that and ran with it today. And I trust my teammates. If I made a mistake, they're going to pick up my slack,
Even when we were down and the offense wasn't clicking so much, you were still out there being the spark plug, getting after and getting those sacks. Just talk about being the kind of firecracker for the team.
Yeah, well, I mean, we couldn't let them just take all the energy and the momentum, so we kept on trying to just keep on going and finding a way. And I think we did a good job at that. We made a few adjustments at halftime, and we came out and we just fired off on all cylinders on defense.
Yeah, kind of feed off that. Just a dominating second half by the defense. I mean, what exactly did you guys kind of do?
I mean, we just made some minor adjustments, but really we just realized that not everything was going our way in the first half, and we just had to keep on trusting the game plan, and things were working out for us.
I guess last thing, talk about the play from Linus to draw that fumble.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome. It was his first college sack. I mean, that was an amazing scoop and score for a touchdown. That's the energy and just changing the game right there. I mean, it's awesome to see.
Kev, just talk about coming out here and getting after it.
It was important for us to get after it today. Had 2 tough losses, played some pretty good teams, but getting back home in the atmosphere, giving back to the community, it was important for us to give them something to be happy about, so I'm glad we got a chance to do that.
Just talk about the excitement of your fumble recovery. You kind of turned the tide and took the fight out of him towards the end of the game.
I'm still puzzled by it myself. It was real interesting, like first one in my career. I'm excited about it.
Any significance behind your number change to number 1?
The significance behind me being number 1. Okay, it's kind of a long story, but to sum it up, everybody that was here with me in 2016, they was gone, so I decided to wear 1 because I was the last one.
And just talk about your big stop on 4th down there.
Okay, the stop on 4th down. I've been asking for that call all night. Coach finally gave it to me, and he told me not to mess up, so I had to go get it.
Lindsey, y'all went after it with the passing attack in the first half, and you were slinging that ball pretty good, but you just weren't connecting with the receivers and stuff like that. So just talk about the mental shift and going into the running game in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really worry too much about, what we were doing coming out in the second half. you gotta go look back and look at it. We got the ball 4 drives. We got in the red zone all 4 drives. We just gotta finish, you know. And that was really the mentality coming out at halftime, and we did exactly that. You know, we got the ball, kept running the same plays we've been running, and we finished. And the results showed.
Just talk about the late touchdown you got to Dejan. Just talk about your connection on and off the field to be able to trust him and just throw it up there from the lunge out and get it.
Summer workouts and fall camp has really been just a blessing because I've gotten to really connect with him. We really didn't get that chance in the spring because we kind of jumped right into the season coming back from that little the Corona deal. So I put the ball in the air. At first I thought it was a bad ball because I saw he got collision, and he dove out and caught it like it was NCAA. So 14, the video game. So you know, that was awesome to see. I sprinted over to him and, you know, gave him a big hug. You know, I really appreciate him kind of going out on the line for me and the team. And, you know, he's a great player, and we're blessed to have him on this team.
You had your own diving play yourself. Just talk about what was going through your mind on that run.
Just getting the end zone. You know, I think I had a guy on my right and a guy, you know, in front of me, and I just didn't want to leave it the chance. I just wanted to get in the end zone, you know, get off the field. So, and who doesn't love a good dive, you know? So, yeah.
And just talk a little bit about the running game between you and Julien. You made a couple guys miss, but it seemed like you guys had some lanes to work with. Also.
Yeah, Drew does a great job. He, you know, I always kind of compare him to Le'Veon Bell with the way he comes with, you know, his patience. Then he hits those holes. You know, he did a great job of, you know, kind of reading the gap schemes and all that stuff. And then, you know, it makes my job easy when he's, you know, playing so well because they all, you know, dive down on him, and all I have to do is pull the ball, and I got green grass. So, you know, he did a great job, and you know, the offensive line did an amazing job as well. They kind of, you know, we're getting a good push every single play, and, you know, that makes Drew and my job so much easier when those guys are balling out.
I guess the last thing would be only 3 points in the first half, and then the defense kind of set the tone there in the second half. Just talk about their performance from your view.
The defense is amazing. You know, even in the first half, they only held them they held them to 14 points, and you know, as explosive our offense is, we can't do that. You know, that's on us in the first half, and we made sure we got in the locker room to express, you know, how well they were doing, and they came out in the second half and played even better, and even, you know, kind of, you know, put a touchdown on the board. So they keep playing like that. We're gonna, you know, come out a little bit faster next week and fix the things that we had wrong in the first half, and then, you know, we're gonna have a great football team hitting on all 3 cylinders.
And the first of 3 straight home games, I mean, how does it feel to be back?
It feels great to be back. You know, as much as I love, you know, being in a hotel and eating pulled pork and sweet tea every week, it's great to be back in front of our fans in our, you know, lovely facility, and, you know, seeing the smiles of our family and friends up in the stands. So great to be back. Can't wait for it for another 2 weeks.